So what is it the governments care about? We said that there were four main things, four or five main things. Government, economic growth, unemployment, inflation, current account, sort of trade stuff, and government finances. So if we start talking first of all about economic growth, what we said is economic growth. Well, there are two different types. So there's actual growth, and that's what you'll see newspapers talking about, websites and so on. So actual growth is the percentage change in real GDP in a given year. So real just means adjusted for inflation. So if you say economic growth is 2%, then the value of actual output has gone up by 2%. Ignoring any inflation effects, ignoring prices, we actually have 2% more stuff. And that's very important. So there's also potential economic growth, and that's important as well. And that's kind of changes in the capacity of the economy. And one way in which you'll have seen this when we did PPF is we said, well, look, potential growth, that can be shown via a shift in our production possibility frontier. So it's caused by an increase in the quantity or the quality or the efficiency of use of our factors of production. So this is, say, it doesn't really matter, this is, say, agricultural goods, and this is, say, manufactured goods. Then the actual capacity of the economy to produce stuff is greater than it was before. Actual growth we showed as kind of a movement from A to B. There's not necessarily more capacity, but we're making more goods and services. And obviously, the ideal for any economy is what you're looking to do. Is you're looking to increase both of those at the same time. So we want potential growth, and we want actual growth as well. So we want growth of potential, and we want to use that potential. Otherwise, it's just been wasted. Another way of showing that is to say, well, over time, what tends to happen is businesses invest and they compete with one another. They try to become more efficient. They want to make more profit. And to do all of these things, then they need to invest. They need to train their workers. They need to find quicker ways of doing things. So what we can say is, suppose that's time and that's GDP. What you'll tend to find is that as time goes by, the potential of the economy tends to increase. We also know that the actual level of GDP can vary a lot. So we have booms and we have troughs, we have recessions, and we have periods of overexpansion. So what you end up with is a situation whereby your actual GDP tends to go like that over the years. So here GDP is falling, so we have a recession. Here we have growth. Here the economy is overheating. It's growing too fast. And then what's often happened is followed by another recession. If you look at somewhere like trading economics, then and just look at any economy's growth over a sort of 40 or 50 year period, then you'll see this pattern's present. So how can an economy exceed its potential? We're defining this potential as its kind of safe potential. So when it goes past that, what's happening is there's too much demand, prices start to rise, and the economy has inflation. So we don't really like either of these. These gaps. That's what's called a negative output gap. In this case, we have lots of spare capacity in the economy. We have unemployment. That here, we have what's called a positive output gap, which is less positive than you might think. What that means is that we've got too much demand, and the economy will be, and prices start to rise. So what governments really want, is they want a situation whereby both actual and potential growth are growing stably together. So why do they want that? And the answer is, because growth is good in a variety of different ways. I mean, it's not necessarily that great either, and we'll come back to that. But if GDP is rising, Yeah, so we have actual and potential growth growing kind of stably together. Yeah, then firstly we can say that's good for the government. Yeah, the government likes it. And the reason the government likes it is pretty simple. Yeah, is firstly it means that they will automatically get an increase in their tax base. So automatically, as GDP rises, what will tend to happen is people earn more money and have more jobs. Yeah, so there'll be an increase in income tax. Firms will have more profits. Yeah, so the government will have more corporation tax. People will go out and spend stuff. Yeah, so the government will have more VAT. And at the same time, because unemployment is likely to fall, yeah, there will be a decrease in government spending, G, on benefits. So hence the government's finances are likely to improve. It's also likely to be good for households, yeah, for you and me. We've got job security. We've got access to, we can afford higher living standards because we can afford more goods and services. Over time, economic growth again means more firms have more profits. Yeah, therefore innovation is more likely. Yeah, we're going to see. Yeah, so we get better goods and services. Today I wander around with a smartphone that has all the information in the world on it. Yeah, and 30 years ago I had to go and look in an encyclopedia in a library. Yeah, the world is a very different place. And then finally, growth is good. Yeah, growth is good for firms. Yeah, firms have more profit. Yeah, that allows them to invest. And it also means that they can pay more dividends to their shareholders. These shareholders are often pension funds or pensioners. So therefore again incomes increase. So you can see why it is, roughly speaking. We'll come back to growth, but you can see roughly why we would care about growth. On the other hand, we know damn well, that growth isn't necessarily that great. Yeah, we know that. We know that growth comes with an inflation risk. Yeah, so when we have a positive output gap, we know that inflation is likely to pick up. Firms are going to be able to increase their prices. We know that growth comes with environmental challenges. Yeah, so we know that the rapid growth over the last few years, or the last 100 years, has created global warming and so on. And we know that growth isn't necessarily great unless the fruits of that growth are evenly distributed. So those are reasons that growth might not deliver the benefits that you might expect. But roughly speaking, growth is broadly considered to be a good thing. Certainly it's better to be living today than it was 300 years ago. So then it's a question of trying to create that growth while minimising these risks.